What's good, y'all, man? Happy Monday, man. Today we are reacting to what head coach Billy Napier said about DJ Lagway and what he's going to do going forward with him and Graham Mertz. So, via this quote, via On3, he says, "It's a blessing to have two really good quarterbacks, certainly one with a ton of experience and one without." He confirms that Florida plans to play both Graham Mertz and DJ Lagway at QB moving forward. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. He don't really have a choice, right? Especially after that performance that DJ Lagway put together. And we're going to analyze and break all that down. Now, again, I know it was against Sanford, but it still was a phenomenal performance. But when you got a guy tearing it up like that and you struggle mightily against probably a national contender in Miami, like, you don't really have that much of a choice. And I like Coach Billy Napier. I know he gets a lot of flack, and they got a big game coming up this week against Texas A&M. And I'm rolling right now with the Gators with an upset. I'll go more in detail on my game picks later on in the week. But I'm rolling with Florida with an upset. But after that performance, you don't really have a choice. Now, when we break down what he was able to do, 18 for 25, 456 yards. No, that is not a typo. 456 yards passing and 3 tutties. 3. Like, come on, man. 85.1 QBR. I know Mertz dealt with, I believe it was a concussion, but he was cooking them. And then you got a running back that's that dude, Montrell Johnson Jr., 67 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Kid was a stud. He had that long run against and that gallop run against Miami, my favorite team. Like, they got the pieces to be dangerous, right? You got to go with the quarterback that's hot right now. Right now, that's Lagway. Also, I want to point out Eugene Wilson III, who had a big game, 6 catches, 141 yards and a touchdown. And also Elijah Badger, 3 catches, 123 yards, I should say. So both of them had big games. So, yeah, like I said, when it comes down to building and what he has to do, he knows he has one of the toughest schedules in the NCAA this upcoming season. He knows this. It's not going to get any easier from here on out. You're going to have a target on your back. Media, you're going to get the criticism. So if you got a guy that's young, like we said before, Gatorade Player of the Year. We talked about what he did at Willis. And he's showing you what he can do. Again, now, albeit this was against Sanford. So we're going to see what he does coming out, how much he's going to play him again in this game against Texas A&M. But let's play a little hypothetical. Let's say they start Graham Mertz. If he struggles early and you're down 14 points and he's throwing maybe an interception or something, you got to look at this guy and be like, hey, man, come in the game, see what you can do. And if he's tearing it up, experienced or not, you got to go with the guy that's tearing it up. I feel like coaches be scared of that because Mertz is the veteran and this is the young guy. But if you want to keep this young dude and you want him to stay a Florida Gator next year and not hit the transfer portal, because it's going to be teams that want him, you better do good and go ahead and sign him, man. I mean, not sign him, excuse me. You better go ahead and let him show the world his talents, which he showed obviously in week 2. It's not something we want to play around with. I feel like coaches go back and forth on this. Go with who's going to have you win because he's skating on thin ice already, head coach Billy Napier. Like I said, I like him, but he's skating on thin ice. You know what I'm saying? And they're expecting Florida to be a good team, a contending team this year. So he don't really have no choice. So like I said, man, DJ Lagway, like I put in my tweet, he's that dude. He is that dude. I'm telling you. And when you have that, and I think he ended up winning. He was one of the true freshman standouts by 0-3 as well from this past week. Man, let that kid go ball, man, and help you win some games. Then that way, man, at that point, you can start recruiting and getting certain pieces that you need in order to make this team back to what it used to be. Let that kid ball, man. No disrespect to Graham Mertz, great quarterback. I know he came from Wisconsin. But, look, let your best players ball and watch what happens with your team. I'm telling you, man, happens every time. But I love it. I love that he sees this, and he sees that he has 2 good quarterbacks, and he sees that, hey, I know he got experience. I know he got youth. But I'm going to go with and I'm going to help this team win by going with the best player that's going to help this team win. That's what it's about at the end of the day. It's not all about the other stuff. You got to win football games. And it's going to be a big game coming up against Texas A&M. Let's see how they handle it. But happy for DJ Lagway, man. Keep balling. Kid's a stud, man. Don't be surprised if you see he's a college football star here pretty soon.